important thing, actually it applies to literally everything we do in life, is what is your intention? Do you want to just vent, for example? There are plenty of times that you think you want to have a conversation when really all you want to do is just blah, 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 all right? Verbal diarrhea of every thought and feeling that's going through your head, right? Or do you want to find a solution? And do you want to have a conversation and find that solution? If you want to vent, nothing wrong with that, right? Like people are like, oh, you're just venting, you're just letting things out, you're not actually trying to find a solution. No, sometimes that venting is a good thing, right? Sometimes that venting is almost like a brainstorming session where we're thinking about coming up with ideas for something. Instead of just focusing on that one idea, why not discuss that idea to see what other perspectives you can get, to see what other solutions or things you haven't considered could be included into that. So if it is venting and it's not a conversation that you're trying to have in that moment, there's nothing wrong with that. But then you want to consider who you are speaking to. Because if I have an issue with somebody about something that they did, but I'm in the mood to vent, I don't think I should be venting to that person. All right? I should probably call up my best friend or a therapist, or, be waiting at the bus stop and just start randomly venting to the person who's also waiting at the bus stop. But I don't want to do that venting to the person who I actually want to try and find a solution with. And if it's to find a solution, well then, again, like I said with the brainstorming, right? If it's to find a solution, perhaps if there's somebody that you do trust and that you feel comfortable in sharing your thoughts and ideas and feelings with, perhaps it's worth actually speaking to somebody else before you get into the conversation with the person that you're actually interested in terms of the problem and the issue and the solution, right? Because it will allow for these other ideas. It'll help clarify whatever it is that you're thinking and feeling, and it'll help you better address the actual issue instead of just whatever is rising up in you, right? So for a little question to all of you, I mean, how often have you vented thinking that you're trying to have a conversation? Because I'll tell you, I've done that many times in my past, and I might even do it in the future when I'm really not aware of the moment, not thinking about what's happening. There are many times where I'm like, hey, listen, I want to talk, and then I'm just letting everything out, many things that have nothing to do with the problem, nothing to do with the situation at hand, but just letting it all out. And I know from experience that that's not the person I should have been talking to if that's what I wanted to do.